Well, today is a special day for the Grand Prix. It's Comerica Bank Free Prix Day.
Yeah, and the best part is you can get a free general admission seat. You don't need a ticket for that. Jordan Burroughs live downtown with the big man on campus, the man of the day, for much more on Free Prix Day. Jordan.
Listen, I'm not the big man on campus, not at all, just the middleman here with CBS News Detroit, showing you everything to do with the 2024 Detroit Grand Prix. Obviously, we've got people getting ready here in pit lane. That's that double-sided pit lane here that makes the race so special, that street circuit. Let's walk to the big man on campus. You guys saw him a million times last year. Merrill Cain is back. Merrill, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, yeah.
I think the biggest thing about today, it's essentially free. I mean, if you want to go down here and you can see just how cool everything looks down here, all you have to do is pretty much come down here and say, I think I'm going to give it a shot. What does it mean to have a whole free day to show off the Detroit Grand Prix, at least the day before the official race?
I think it's great. I think it's a great way for fans to come down and experience it, right? Get a chance to see what it's like. It actually goes back to the very first Detroit Grand Prix back in 1982. Started then, the tradition of Free Prix Day here in the Motor City, and we've been able to carry it forward ever since. Comerica Bank came on board a few years ago, and they've been a great partner. So they're going to bring a lot of kids to the track today. We'll see a lot of students, a lot of classrooms, learning a little bit about racing, but also having a lot of fun out here today.
What do people need to see when they come down here? Obviously, they can be down here all day, but is there something, the first thing they need to do when they get down here?
You know, I think you're standing on it right here. This is unique in motorsports. Two-sided pit lane, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan pit lane, big, wide pit lane, the biggest one you're going to see in motorsports. So it doesn't have the length, but it's got the width. So we divide it in half. Half the teams pit on the left, half the teams pit on the right. At the end of it, they got to figure out how they merge back together. It's kind of like getting on the lodge during rush hour, but it'll be an exciting thing to see during the weekend.
When they're down here, the double-sided pit lane, like you mentioned, it is super cool for a street circuit. You don't see this very often in any kind of street racing, whether you talk about Formula One, NASCAR, IndyCar, anything like that. Has this always been in mind to always have the double-sided pit lane?
It's one of those challenges, you know, when you bring the race back from Belle Isle to downtown, which is something we really wanted to do for the city. You have unique challenges, right? And we didn't have the length, a traditional pit lane down here with what we had to work with and the amount of real estate we had, but we had width. So we had to find a creative way to solve that problem. But it has its own character, and it's one of those unique characteristics that I think makes this course special.
For Comerica Bank Free Day today, for kids, why is it so important to get them involved with racing at such a young age?
You know, I think it's STEM, right? I mean, it's great, a lesson to learn in science, technology, math. There's a lot for the kids to learn, but I think it's also pretty exciting, right? You get a chance to learn while you're having fun. And, you know, the teams, as you guys can see, are very accessible. I think they really want to try to embrace the fans and help people, you know, create future fans of the sport, but also, you know, educate them a little bit on racing. So I think it's a great win-win. And beyond racing, there's a lot for kids to do down here and families to do down here all weekend long.
Merrill Cain, thank you very much. Big man on campus, Merrill Cain. Really, though, he's the communications director, but he always knows everything about the Detroit Grand Prix. It's the free day. If you are not going to be able to make it tomorrow, come down today just to be able to experience the 2024 Detroit Grand Prix. There's so much to do. Make your way down here. Make sure you look ahead for the traffic patterns and what roads are closed. That's available on our website, cbsnewsdetroit.com. Reporting live from pit lane of the Detroit Grand Prix, Jordan Burroughs, CBS News, Detroit.